Like any feature, there are some things that work with it and some things that work against it. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about long Philtrums, more specifically, what works for them, tips if you have one, and at the end I'm going to show a facial yoga exercise that will actually shorten your Philtrum over time. And this is not clickbait. This is a legitimate exercise which has helped in my own Philtrum. So stick around and make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video because I'm going to be posting every single day. The way I'm going to be structuring this is from the top of the face all the way down, going through each area and explaining how to work with the long Philtrum so your face reads balanced and harmonized, which is basically an appeal. So first, let's start at the top, which is with the hair. The hair is the first thing we're covering because it frames the entire face, and before anyone consciously registers your individual features, an exception for your eye, they'll see your hair. Get this wrong, and it'll ruin how your long Philtrum is perceived. From mature and with holding some kind of appeal, you'll instead just look very old or exhausted and misdeveloped. But getting it right will immediately balance your other facial features, assuming that they're not too corrupted. For hair, the most important thing to avoid is any hairstyles which amplify the long Philtrum significantly, which are any hairstyles that add vertical emphasis on your Philtrum. Your Philtrum already adds vertical weight to your lower third of the face, so you don't need your hair on top of that. Here's an example. Take a look at this. This is actor Alan Rickman playing Snape in Harry Potter. He's wearing a very common hairstyle, which is basically a center part where the hair is grown out roughly chin length or shoulder length, and specified. Let me tell you something else, man. This is straight hair, so it's not curls and it's not wavy, so there's absolutely no volume. As it may not intentionally be greasy, these hairstyles on straight hair tend to wear greasy because of how fast the oil can travel down from the root to coat the strands of the hair, making it appear more greasy than it actually is. Other hairstyles that create the same vertical pull effect are buzz cuts and high top fades, as well as buns and high ponytails. These are really popular hairstyles, but they're not bad hairstyles in general. They just work specifically against a long Philtrum and how they enunciate it. Now, for something that actually helps with this are curtain bangs. The reason is that curtain bangs create a horizontal line across the upper half of your face, making your face appear somewhat wider, and this wider contrast, instead of the eye running straight from the forehead down to the lip, which is what will happen when someone looks at you. This is why generally bangs are associated with more youth. Obviously, it gets to a point. Moving down the face over to the brows. The brows are completely underrated and most people skip over them when they're thinking about facial harmony in relation to long Philtrums. This is very important because low set brows are very inspired now. However, they add to the problem in cases of long Philtrums. Because when the brows sit lower on the forehead, the upper half of the face is compressed, and that compression pulls more visual weight onto the lower third of the face where the Philtrum is stretching it out. So it makes the contrast of something being compressed, something being stretched out way more obvious, and the face ends up feeling very overwhelming. Alright, now for the final step. This is a facial yoga exercise which works to isolate the muscles directly above the. It's very subtle and it's not instant, but it will definitely shorten your philtrum, at least by it will be noticeable, and for someone with a long philtrum will help tremendously.
Waking up the sleepy muscle. The blue are sleepy and the red are all working muscle.
I hope this helped. Drop any questions in the comments. See you in the next one.